Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm the Customer Success Lead here at EcoSend. Today, let's jump into a demo on how to create email templates using our saved blocks feature. So jumping into the platform, I'm here in the broadcasts area of EcoSend. I've got this lovely branded newsletter that we have with my header, with my email body. It's all nicely designed and it's everything that I need in the general email template I want to send out for my company. I go down to the bottom as well. I've got my footer, I've got a nice call to action, and I've got my social icons down at the bottom. Now, the issue is what I want to do is use this template to send out a welcome message from my sequences area to new users who submit a form on my site. So I've got the draft for that here. If I head into EcoSend sequences, this will trigger when users fill out the form on my website for a contact. But the issue is, if I head into build my message here, what I don't have at the moment is that nice email template with everything laid out nicely for me to just go in and make a few changes to some of the images or to some of the content. So as you can see here, I've got a blank canvas. I don't really want to start from scratch. I want to just be able to have that branding. I want to have that header. I want the footer. I want the social icons, and I want the general structure of the body all laid out for me, so I don't need to just start from scratch and rebuild everything in sequences. Obviously in EcoSend we do have some pre-made templates you can use, but again, I've already got a nice template that I've done in my broadcast area. How do I get this into sequences? So jumping back to the broadcast, let's show you how, with our saved blocks feature, on how we can save these segments as a template. So start from the top. If I click onto my header and I just hover slightly below, I'll be able to bring up this icon here, which is our saved blocks icon. So I hit save and I'll put this in as a header. And hit save. Lovely. Now, if I go to the blocks area, I'll be able to see that this is now available for me as a pre-saved block. So scrolling down to the bottom, there's my header. So when I move back to sequences, I'll be able to just drag and drop this into the message canvas and my header will be there for me. So that's the first step. Second step is I want to take the body of this template. So I've got the layout, I've got the design, and then I can just go in the sequence and update the content to make it relevant for new users rather than newsletter, maybe switch up some of the images as well. So again, similar process. I click onto the block of body content and up comes the save icon, and I'll hit save and add this as content body. And same again, if we now head to the blocks area, we can see that my content body has now appeared there as well. So the last step, I just want to grab these nicely designed social icons down at the bottom to have that as a block in my sequences. So again, same process, hit the saved icon and I'll add that into the blocked list as well. So let's add that as a social icon block. Lovely. Right, now let's jump into the message canvas in our sequence. And rather than building from scratch, I can just drag and drop everything from the blank slate into the message canvas from the blocks. Okay, so here we are. Now, rather than starting from scratch, let's just drag and drop my blocks, and then I'll have my template all ready to make any edits and get this sequence up and running. So let's start with my header, which I'll drag in first. Perfect. Now let's just tidy a few bits up. I already have the footer in my template body, so I can actually delete that and just drag it in from my content body. So that's the EcoSend footer. Now, of course, ideally, if this was a live platform within the footer, I would have had my business address. That can be updated in your project settings and will pull through automatically into the EcoSend footer. Really important for compliance against anti-spam law. So dragging in the body of the content, lovely, that's all deployed nicely. Just have a look down at the bottom. I just want to also bring in my social icons. So let's just grab that block as well and pull that in. Amazing. So I've got my social block at the bottom. Let's just tidy a few bits up here and just remove the empty content box down at the bottom. Perfect. And there we are. So I've got all of that template body in my message canvas, and it's all a case now of just going in, editing the content and revamping this for a welcome message to new users. But it's all got the company branding of Hugo's newsletter. It's got the design, it's got the buttons in the way I want it. So it's now just a case of updating the content, which I would bring in from elsewhere, updating the images, and that saves just a ton of time not having to build this all from scratch. I can adjust all the headings, I can just adjust the call to action buttons, maybe make this a link to a PDF download, or maybe an area of the website that I want users to pay attention to. I can update, of course, the images, again, just by clicking into the content body, add in new images, add in the subject line as well, make sure that's all updated, and then it'll be as simple as that. I can then go to done, hit save, and get this sequence live and up and running without having to build anything from scratch. And this works all across the platform. So once you have a saved block, you could go to your automated messages and you could add in the saved blocks, add in the email template sequences. It goes through everywhere that there's a message composer within the platform. You can use this for updating and saving an email template. So I hope that's helpful. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. The team and I will be happy to help. Thanks for listening.